Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
All right. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from. If it's your first time to be here, this is our Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired. We are here every Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. But last Sunday, we were not here. It was Easter. Hope everybody enjoyed the Easter last week. We didn't come live just because we had to enjoy. That's why we started Digital Businesses, right? So now, if it's your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy Nakalima, and from Uganda originally, currently in the United States, and a proud digital business coach, globally an entrepreneur. And that's a little bit about me, a mom. So here you go. We have our amazing guest, and shortly, stay tuned. She's coming. Let me first hear from Juliet. Please introduce yourself. 1-2 minutes, and we dive into our program for today.
Thank you so much, Coach Dorothy. My name is Juliet. For those who don't know me, I'm a mother, an entrepreneur, and a woman who made a bold decision to write her story. So originally, I'm from Uganda, and now I stay in the United States. Of course, I started my journey as a professional accountant, but I shifted into the online space. I discovered, which I'm doing today. And we are here to share some information with our wonderful guests. And stay tuned and tell us in the comment section where you are watching us from. Over to you, Coach Dorothy.
You're muted, Dorothy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. All right. Thank you so much, Juliet. Now let's have the gentleman in the house. Introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. My name's David. I'm an advisor on cybersecurity here in California. I'm a digital business entrepreneur as well. You're welcome to this episode of the Digital Business Forum. Come here every Sunday, 2 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and 10 p.m. GMT to talk about digital business and how you can take advantage of the digital space. We do have a special guest, Zainab. You're welcome. Nice to meet you here. Yes.
Well, I'm excited.
So Zainab, Coach Zainab will have an opportunity, will take an opportunity to introduce herself to you. And we have an interesting interaction with her to come as well. So stay put. Thank you so much. And back to you, Dorothy.
All right. Thank you so much. So now it's time for our amazing guest. And guess what? I'm from California, San Francisco, the Bay Area, same as David. Juliet is in LA. And guess where is our guest from? LA. So today we balance the both, right? LA and San Francisco too, right? So here you go. Late, the floor is yours, Mama.
Hi, I'm really actually speechless. I'm so excited and pumped to meet all of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
you can introduce yourself like 1-2 minutes, and then we can dive in later.
Right. So I'm Zainab Khan, as you can see on the screen. I've been here in Los Angeles for the last more than 20 years. I'm a mom, stay-at-home mom of 14. I was previously a teacher while in Bangladesh, but when I came here, no job experience. So my life drastically changed when I started this business 3.5 years ago. Today, I'm proud coach. I guide and help moms like me who are at home, who wants to have an identity, who wants to have some financial freedom. I help them using our amazing system. So
Wow.
that's my
That's amazing. Thank you so much for that short introduction. So at least you know, in the United States, over 20 years plus, right? A former teacher back home in Bangladesh, right?
Yes.
You started the business 3 years down the road, a proud coach. That's amazing. So our viewers out there, you can tell the mix of this, right? The experience of living in the States and the 3 years of the digital business and the teacher at the same time, which is a former teacher, right? Are you currently
Yes.
practicing as a teacher?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Wow, that's amazing. All
Because
right.
I
So
enjoy my digital business because the mentorship is there. So
Mhm.
that satisfies me to be a teacher. So like
Oh,
I'm a just
Oh,
feel I'm a teacher at heart.
right.
oh,
See the
because of the
mentorship program.
mentorship. I get
Yes.
it. Wow, that's amazing. All right. Now, could you elaborate on your journey into the digital online world for our audience? Same as your
Yeah.
audience, by the way, and
Yeah.
what motivated you to enter this field?
So as I mentioned, I was a teacher back home in Bangladesh. So before I go there, let me go back to my childhood. I was actually born and raised in Nigeria. So I
Wow.
finished my bachelor's of maths in Nigeria, and
Ah,
then after,
interesting.
yeah, it is. So then I moved to Bangladesh. So when I moved to Bangladesh, I started working, and in within 3 years, I ranked up and went became a vice principal. Then I married, and then of course I have to come here. Just prior to I came here, I was offered the job of principal. So I have to decline and came back. So that made me feel that when I come to the US, I can pursue my career. You think of it, in 3.5 years, you're just a high school teacher. Now you're vice principal. Now you're principal offered. So naturally, I tried to come here, further my education, go into the field, maybe one day become a university professor, something of that nature. But life happened. I came. I realized no, my family back, the place, my husband's side, women don't work there, and I started, trying to adjust to this situation. I
Right.
was a career oriented person. Now suddenly I'm faced with this thing that I'm going to be a step housewife. So I couldn't take it. So I started looking what I can do online. Then my babies came. I have 4 of them. So at a certain time, I focus on the babies. But once they start growing, became a toddler like my last two, I start again looking what I can do online. Like I wasn't just satisfied just sitting down accepting my fate to be just a housewife. That's something I cannot accept. Also, there was the constraint of financial situation. 4 kids means a lot of
Work.
um, yes, a lot of
Lot of work.
financial constraint, and it's LA we are talking about. It's high expense here. So all these things start pushing me that no, I can't just settle. I have to find a way. So I've been on the online world looking for something to do. I've tried a lot of things. I've been scammed till I came across this business 3.5 years ago. So I was introduced into this business as a conversation through my sister-in-law. She started it, and we were very close, and she just informed me that um, she's doing something because she became very busy and we're not talking anymore. So she didn't want me to feel bad. So I got curious, and out of that curiosity, my journey started. So within 1 week, I became official business owner. So that's my story, how I came here.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Lucky you that you knew it through your sister-in-law, right?
Yeah.
That's
But
amazing.
there's something here, Dorothy. You said lucky me through I came through this sister-in-law. But you know that close people,
Mhm.
family people, who are they're the one usually make you feel like what you're doing is a scam. Like they don't trust you.
Oh, yeah.
They
mm,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know that's
Mhm.
true. But I didn't feel that way because I have a extensive experience online. So I already understood what kind of things are fake, what are working. And when I saw our model, I knew this is not fake. So I think we're gonna go into it more later on.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. So, our fellow mothers out there, parents, I believe you can relate with this. So, let's see if David, do you have something to say here?
Thank you so much, Dorothy. I have a lot. I have a lot to say. One, I'm excited for Zainab Khan having joined us today. You remind me of somebody from Bangladesh. There's a consultant that we engaged with Coach Dorothy, I think 2 years ago. He was called Khan as well. Dorothy,
Can,
do you
yeah.
remember that guy?
Oh, yes.
From Bangladesh? Very smart man. Very
Can.
smart
Oh,
man.
my
Yeah.
God.
So when you mentioned Bangladesh, I was like, now that reminds me of Khan. But again, it's also interesting that you're Nigerian because you're born and bred.
Yes.
So yeah, so you've actually seen the world. It's a very interesting journey you've had, and
Mhm.
thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Um, Again, just to piggyback on what you just said about having had a bit of experience doing businesses, and you mentioned something that yes, it's families usually that will take everything we put on the table as a scam.
That's true.
They're trying to look out for us, and I appreciate that. But then sometimes they can be the biggest hindrance we have to ever do anything for ourselves or to ever try to patch and fly. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's a balance that we have to create. However, as you were navigating the digital space and trying to find something to do, because obviously, like you said,
Mhm.
you turned into a full-time mom. I mean, home maker. You were taking care of the children when they came and that kind of thing. What was it about this particular digital business you're doing that ticked the boxes and made you think, okay, yeah, this must be it? Because again, I know, um, having had a bit of experience, you are seeing all sorts of things across the internet, and it can be quite a jungle. So, what was this journey for you? How were you able to identify that this is a good opportunity to jump onto?
Very, very interesting question, David. As I already mentioned, I tried a lot of things. One of the major problem I came across on the online was no mentorship. I was like on my own.
Right,
Somebody who is just a mom who got introduced to the internet, and I have to do these technical things to set up website and everything, the nitty gritty of it, everything I have to do. I didn't have somebody to build it for me, and they didn't have a training that can, so many things. There was the technical difficulty, there was the no guide, no mentor, no support system, um, then no training sufficient to like help me do it on my own. Community was not that good. So, and then another problem was the product line.
right,
When you're working online, you must have a product line because we're talking about business. You must have a product line on the background. The problem that will happen is that I have to be the one to choose my product line, and I am just a teacher from beginning. My family, no business experience, so I've been pumped, I've been trained, I've been brought up that way, that we are teachers, we're academics, we have nothing to do with business. So it was so difficult for me to even visualize what a product will be, a
right.
product that can be good in the marketplace. So I struggle with that. So when I came to our model, our digital business model, in the webinar, they explained to me that there'll be mentorship, there'll be
Right.
training, there'll be
Hmm.
support system, community. Product line was chosen for me. The marketing system was chosen for me. It is there. Everything just clicked. And I said, okay, I didn't understand much, but I said, okay, this is it. And one of the other thing is that because I've been online, checking things out online, one of the things is that you'll come across webinars. In the previous webinars, um, those were pain. I have to say this. Those webinars were pain. Like if you start watching a webinar, you cannot even pause it. You have no control over the webinar. You either you watch it or just it's exit. Our webinar had a pause. I can forward it. I can rewind or fast forward or pause it and come back later to it. I had that control. That made me feel like I'm in control of situation. Then came the panelist. I saw moms like me, and that is what clicked. That these people were moms like me, ordinary moms who didn't know anything, who didn't look savvy, and they didn't look like they were paid to act. So everything clicked. All these things clicked, and I said, okay, this is something feels good here. I'm going to go to the next step, the registration step, and I did that same day. I have
Wow.
answered you. I was yeah.
Well, thank you so much. That was spot on, spot on. And the points you made out there, if to circle back, you talked about the product line, the fact that you didn't have to overthink it. You didn't have to overthink it. The system, there's a pre-built system that you just plug in. You talked about the marketing strategies, the mentorship, and the fact that you have a teaching background. I think that's an area that was quite exciting for you.
Yes.
Yes. There's mentorship, then there's coaching. Somebody to hold your hand as you grow the business. Again, you mentioned that. And these are key elements in developing a business. If you're out there and you'd like to start up something, but you don't know where to start from, you don't know where it's going, look out for these elements in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Do they have a bit of coaching? Do they have mentorship? Is there a system I can just plug in and go? Do I have control? A bit of control. Do I have flexibility? You said of you spoke of the training and the webinars where you can actually pause, go back, and always rewatch, that kind of thing. So you have a bit of control. And then the fact that you are dealing with real people of a kind. It means if I'm a mother, I'm also seeing other mothers doing it. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you for sharing, Zainab, and give it back to you, Dorothy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, David. I think that was well explained. They explained like she perfectly laid it the way it was supposed to be. So I'm not gonna add on this. Let me just go to Juliet. Juliet, do you want to add on something? And it's up to you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you so much, the predecessor, David. But David, you're also a father, right? So we are
Yes,
three
of course.
mothers, and if I only talking about mothers, so I've seen also everyday parents, both male and female, doing the same. So Coach Zainab, I hope I pronounced your name very well. Welcome once again, and of course sharing this to our wonderful audience. So my perspective is, in this online digital business, every journey that leads to success always has that hidden side that people usually don't see beside the success, right? Especially when they're seeing the checks, the milestones, the mansions, the mortgages being paid off, the cars. So the moments of doubt, pressure, and uncertainty, usually they don't see it. So behind the wins, of course, we all know there are usually times when things feel like, should I say, overwhelming, and the path towards doesn't even seem clear. Especially people don't know that we have the millionaire masterminds, the trainings, the coaches, and the mentors. So many people listening to us today may be also going through their own struggles, right? And of course, wondering if they could keep going or giving up. So, with that in mind, we would like to ask you something very real and personal. Were there moments when you felt like giving up? And if they were there, perhaps, what really motivated you to keep going?
Well, you touch a point where I've experienced the thing we all face, the overwhelm, the hardship, the feeling of being stuck. We all go through that. I've gone through that too. Sometimes I'm still on it. At this moment, I'm still on it. I'm not going to deny that. That's one thing I did never felt though, giving up. And I'm going to explain that. Remember, I've done things before on the online and I gave up. Why did I give up? Because we didn't have these things. We didn't have the mentorship. We didn't have the training. I didn't have anybody to guide me. I was alone, so I gave up. So now, in comparison, I'm here. I'm struggling. I'm stuck sometimes, um, but I cannot give up because I see result. I see
Right.
proof things are happening.
Yeah.
I see the mentorship. I know the support. I've been a support to my team. How can I deny those facts? How can I just say I'm going to throw the towel in and go? I know it's just a matter of time. So the way I keep above water is by remembering why I came, by remembering the fact that I didn't come here because I just wanted a quick exit, a quick way to get money and go. I came here for some solid things. Like I needed financial security. I needed to be like to have money in my life. I needed to make my children's life better, my life better. I needed an identity because when you don't know what your identity is, you're gonna die. And I've been dying inside.
Right.
I
Oh,
knew those things, and I know this business is giving me that. Why will I give up? The reason I'm trying to tell to those people who are struggling, please go back to why you came to this business. You came to this business to solve a problem you deep down you have. My question to you, if you give up, will that solution, will you, did you find a solution? Is your problem okay now?
Right.
You're giving up. Did the solution happen to you that you're giving up? What alternative solution to it? If you don't, just know that this is a phase. No success comes without hardship. And one thing people keep forgetting is that they think online means magic. Online means money is going to come flowing through your door.
Right.
No, it's just like any other business. But in the online, you have to work on yourself first because we are programmed in such ways that usually our programming are the blocks. So until you remove those blocks, the money doesn't come. And those are places we really have to work on. So I never thought of giving up, and I don't till because I believe in this business. I came into this business knowing it's not a one day thing. I came into this business knowing this is going to be in 5 years, I'll be set. I'll have a monthly income coming in around 5,000. I came with that kind of focus. So to our audience, come here with a long time focus. Don't come here for 1 day or 2 months or things like that. This is a long time goal. You're going to leave a legacy for your kids. So that cannot happen overnight. You have to be
Right.
patient. So yeah.
okay, that's really interesting. When especially you say it about the financial freedom that comes, but some of us we are really so much interested in the legacy income, right? So we are looking at
Yes.
those golden age when we feel like, oh, today I need to go on vacation. The other time, how interesting it is. But like you say to our viewers, there's no successful person on this planet Earth that all got overnight success. And I'm sure they're enjoying the nuggets and the information you're sharing with them, and of course our systems that have been and have worked for people. Something that you really introduced with it, if it's worked for other people, it means it's also going to work for them because it has been tested, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
thank
just
you.
want to give interrupt you here. The sister-in-law that introduced me to this business, she didn't finish her graduate either. She became married on her first year of bachelor, and she came here, so she couldn't pursue her education. She'd been a housewife for a long time. So she had also the identity crisis because people would kept telling her, you're just a housewife, you're just a housewife. That has been bugging her. She came here. Today, she's one of the top earner in our community. And I can see that. How can I deny such a thing? Because she's so close to me. She is doing so well off. She's already in one of the top category in our Bangladeshi communities. You can't deny this fact. So you can't just throw you to those people who feel like throwing out, like giving up, you just have to look somebody you trust who has made it, and just have to believe that you're going to be there. But you have to do your work. You cannot just sit down doing nothing and expect, success to come. You have to do your part. You have to be consistent, do all the things we're asking you to do.
Oh, sure. Thank you. I'll pass it over to Coach Dorothy once again.
Wow. Thank you so much. Actually, what you shared, it really reminds me a lot when it comes to identity. A lot of us, I should say, a lot of people are living life defined by others. Let's say family, society, in like circumstances. But today, when you look at it, that identity is simply who you believe you are at your core. So it's not about the jobs, it's not about your income, it's not about that past mistakes, but it's about your value, the values, the beliefs, the purpose. The way you see yourself determines how you show up in life. It was really a very core, delivery submission to our audience out there. And this tells us that why identity matters, because it controls your decisions at the end of the day. If you see yourself as just surviving, of course you're going to play small because you're in that surviving mindset. But if you see yourself as a leader, a big dreamer, a person who is seeing themselves in the next, let's say 10, 5 years, you're seeing yourself somewhere, of course, you will start to take those bold action. Thank you so much, Coach Zainab, to share that. Really, it is self-explanatory to our audience out there. Let's see, what is your identity? Let me see in the comment section. What is that identity? All right, so now let's go here. Where have you ever encountered any, like technical challenges, coming from a teaching background, right? And now in a world of digital technologies, online. So were there any technical challenges through this journey? And if so,
Interestingly, yeah, we all come across those, but the first technical difficulty, I don't know whether it's technical difficulty, when I started using Canva, because that's something I've never even heard of what Canva is. So when I came to the training
Absolutely.
I learned about Canva just to create my cover photo for my page. It took me 9 hours. And today when I go back, I still have that. I realized how simple that cover photo was, but I spent 9 hours because I didn't know how to move this. So those are difficult, but I enjoyed it. Today I'm very good in doing Canva design, video editing design. Other technical difficulties, whenever we got stuck, there's community, we ask question. Otherwise, the training was self-sufficient. We always have that support. So no, sometimes we get some issues with maybe Facebook. We have community, we just go put the question there. Somebody knows, they will explain. Sometimes somebody will give a Zoom to guide me through. So there's so much help here. Nothing to worry about.
wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So to our audience out there, as long as you are coachable, you're mentable, you are ready to learn challenges, you will face them, but you will have
Yes.
solutions. Because I'm not going to promise that you're going to find everything on a silver plate. No way. Success. I remember back home there is a school where they said, no, is it no gain without pain?
No pain, no
Yeah.
gain.
No pain,
pain.
no gain, right? So a lot of people love to earn 6 figures a month, 5 figures a month, but are you willing to work for it? We want you to come with that mindset of ready to work for it, not ready to earn it, but you're not ready to work for it. There's no results of that. So if you're ready for that, trust me, we're here to help. Just go to the description, you will find a link, or go to the bio wherever you are watching us from. Go to the bio, you're going to find a link. Just go to that bio, click on the link, type in the name and your email address, then you watch the complimentary webinar. You can even find out the 20 minutes, which is the shortest version of the 90 minutes. It explains all the detailed information, how this business operates, and then take the next step to make that informed decision. Lastly, but not the least, it's not for free. Okay, there is that 149 US dollars after watching the free complimentary, and you feel like, I want to dig deep, I want to understand where I'm going to invest my money, how does it operate, how does it work, can I even do it? Then there is that registration fee of 149 US dollars, which is 30 days refundable. Put it in mind, it is 30 days refundable if you do not book the call. After 30 days, and you feel like it's not for you, get your money back. You don't have to book a call if it's not for you, because those videos are self-explanatory, explaining each and everything on how the amazing franchise digital business about. That's a blueprint. That's what we have. That's actually everybody in our business. We all follow that process. So it's a structured process. It's the same process you're going to follow. All right. So now let me hear from you. Let's see, David, you can give us our last one, and we leave our guests. Do you have a
All
wonderful?
right. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Zainab, for engaging with us. Really interesting conversation we've had. You know, you mentioned that this online business and anything you're going to do is not a magic wand. A lot of people expect that when you go out there and start something online. I don't know, maybe there's uh, I don't know what kind of perception online businesses give to people, because there's some people who make who make these sound so easy, like there's nothing to do. And I've also known of some that obviously ended up being scams, but where you didn't have to do much but press a button and make money. Okay, but if you're ever going to gain and have longevity in a business you're doing online, trust me, it's going to be structured. It's going to take work. Okay. Again, like I said, it's not some kind of magic wand that you say an abracadabra and money comes. It just doesn't work like that. These are actual businesses. So put that in mind. As we wind up tonight's conversation, Zainab, can you share any valuable lessons or insights you've gained from your experience as an online business owner?
Yeah, I would like to share that when you come, just think, Theo, this is online, but this is a business. Just come with that mentality. If you are supposed to give a physical business, what are the mindset you came in? What are the thoughts process you had when you came in? Use that. Is the same thing, only that we are online. So
Right.
you need patience to run a business. You cannot come in thinking in a physical business, you put a grocery store or whatever, you just day one you're going to start getting income. Before you get your return ROI, it takes some months, maybe a year, maybe 2
Right.
years before you get that return back. So if you come in that way, since we're talking of online, it means you don't have the knowledge. And our system, it's not there. I kept saying this in my own page, that our system is not something you can find there. This is a unique system that has been created using different models, like the franchise, the affiliate marketing, the drop shipping marketing, the other kind of marketing has been put together and created. This is a system you must learn. Come here with the first learning mode. Don't come, okay, I'm going to come in and start earning. You're starting in the wrong foot. You must come in the thought that, okay, I'm going to learn first. I'm going to learn the marketing. I'm going to learn the training. I'm going to learn the business. Then I'm going to start thinking of how I can earn. So
Right.
give yourself that grace. That's the lesson I would want to share with anybody.
Thank you so much. And with that lesson, I believe a good one. That's a good one. Nobody has actually given it in the same perspective you have. But if you think about it, if you were to start a brick and mortar business, you give it time.
Yes.
You know, there's a gestation period, there's planning, then there is opening up the shop, running it for a couple of months, you know, making adjustments here and there, studying the market, continuous improvement. You know, in a year it's somewhere, in 2 years it's in a different space, and in 3 years you can say, yes, now we are seeing some growth, but it's time. Okay, unlike the people that start online businesses, we all come in with the, like I said, there's a perception that it's going to happen quick, until you realize that, you know what, there's a structure to it, there's a system to it, and you got to be you got to do the work, you got to be patient, you got to take it step by step and grow it as a business, only that you're doing it online and it's not a brick and mortar. So thank you so much for sharing that perspective. Back to you, Dorothy.
All right, thank you so much. So, Juliet, do you want to say something before we leave? You're muted.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Coach, Coach Zainab. We really appreciate so much. So as we come to the heart of your journey, you know, it's also important to reflect not just on the wins and challenges, but on also the wisdom you've given us or we gained along the way. So you've taught us that every experience in business carries lessons. Some learn through success and others through mistakes, but many come through growth, like David said, over time. So, for those who are watching us and listening today, who are either starting out or still figuring out things, your insights could really be, a guiding light. Just go into any of our pages, wherever you're watching us from. And like Coach Dorothy said, put in your valid email address and name on the website, and then we shall be here to guide, to mentor you, and to show you the blueprint that has worked for all of us. Thank you. Over to you, Coach Dorothy. If there's anything, that's from my side.
All right, thank you so much. I see we have a lot of comments here, but because of time, we might not go through everything. And here somebody says good, and they says my mom. Oh, that is me. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Jesus. So you're on YouTube. That's not good for you.
That is me.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. So we have somebody watching from UK. Oh my God, these kids of nowadays. All right. So this is George. George, thank you so much for watching. We're seeing Abigail. And congratulations, we are seeing somebody in Qatar. Linus, thank you for watching all the way in Qatar. Oh, no, I'm going to leave this person who was on YouTube alone. And then I'm seeing here, hello, leaders. I'm watching from California. Hey, Californians, how are you? Say thanks for sharing such a true story. Yes, we are here. Real business, real stories, and real results. So stay tuned every Sunday. I'm seeing Peter here tagging. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not gonna be able to go through each and every comments here because I'm seeing a lot and a lot of them right here. I'm seeing somebody saying my identity is to know my purpose and achieve my goals. Wow, that's a strong. But I didn't see a lot of people. I told you, put in the comment section, what is your identity? All right, so I think we're gonna call it a day. Stay tuned every every Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and 10 p.m. I think the UK time, it's changed somehow. Is it
they had
9
daytime saving? I think it's
Yeah, I think it's 9 p.m. now instead of
yeah.
10 p.m.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna call it a day, and bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed.